All right, let's come to this now. Two prominent KwaZulu-Natal water boards have announced their merger. Umgeni and Mhlathuze Water are merging to form uMngeni-uThukela Water, and the amalgamation is aimed at streamlining operations as well as enhancing service delivery. But how clean will the water flow after both entities were tainted by corruption? eNCA reporter Dasen Thathiah joins us now with the very latest regarding this topic. And Dasen, a very warm good morning to you. As we continue to, have our focus on water infrastructure, it's without a doubt that Umngeni-Mhlathuze and that joint formation will also be quite a significant merger to look out for.
Definitely, and we're talking about a province where water still remains a massive issue, access to it at least. There are still some areas that need to be reached. We're talking about a city here, the city of Durban, that has been ravaged by floods more than once in the past year or so, and that has also destroyed some of the infrastructure. And we're now talking about those two water boards, which are now one, which were also plagued by claims of corruption and fraud that existed within those entities. You know that the SIU is also investigating some of those claims, particularly in relation to Umgeni Water. When we talk about Mhlathuze Water, we'll also know that that matter has been in court over multi-million rand corruption allegations there. So this is the context within which we are speaking right now. But ultimately, it all comes down to the person on the ground, the person that needs to access those services, be it here in the city or in the province. And I can tell you, just from engaging with residents and from covering these stories over a long period of time, that there is still massive frustration that exists due to reaching that water that they so desperately need. I'm going to bring in now Ish Prahlad. He speaks for the eThekwini Ratepayers and Residents Association. It's an umbrella body. So I think you have a good sense of exactly what the sentiment is on the ground. Let's start here. Being in touch with all of these bodies, how often do you hear of complaints of water outages in the city?
Well, during the course of a week, there's 3 days in a week without water. And it's strange because it's a basic right that a ratepayer or a resident has of water, but it's no more a basic right. It's become a challenge that you have to sit without water for 3 to 4 days in a week, plus you do not get any tankers. You ask for a tanker, you'll get a tanker with 6,000 liters of water to feed a whole area, which is wrong. And it's time now that our plight is put in advance, and this is getting bad to worse now.
So you're at the coalface because you normally are engaging with the municipality on behalf of residents. I know there was a protest recently as well, and water remains an issue. What are you taking from this? We know that the floods may have set the city back, but what seems to be causing these constant outages? Even as a resident myself, I can see that it's more frequent now.
Okay, the main problem is the infrastructure. The infrastructure is failing. They have not repaired any part of the major infrastructure. Basically what they're doing is they're putting a band-aid on a pipe and then it's bursting 10 other places. So you cannot have that. If you want the water supply to be constant, you have to sort out the infrastructure. And as the President says, the SIU is doing investigations. How much of money has been recovered by the SIU for the ratepayer? We want to know where has our money gone and how much has been recovered. There is no money that has been recovered up to date as far as the Ratepayers Association or the civics know about.
When you, as a resident, and I'm sure many others feel this way, are experiencing these water outages, and then at the same time you hear about millions of rands bleeding or flowing out of these entities, what does that make you feel like?
It actually makes me feel sick, because what are we working for? Where is our money going? And you know what? Everybody is tired now because there's increases. You're looking at 18%, 20%. Where are the poor people going to get this money from? There are so many poor areas, like we take Savannah Park, we take Chats, we take Phoenix, we take Marshu, we take Umlazi. The people are suffering. They have got no money. They're on the street. Come on, eThekwini needs to wake up. These increases are unreasonable and it needs to be stopped. These increases need to be decreased as urgently as possible.
And just lastly, very briefly, as the ERRA, are you going to be taking this fight back to the municipality?
Yes, we are taking this fight. We have been on the steps of the municipality. We have spoken to the Speaker. We are waiting for the Speaker to bring us all in and all the heads of departments to come to us and say to us, listen, this is the problems we have. We are here to help. The ratepayers and the civic associations are here to help. If you do not lean towards us, then we will lean towards you, and we will take action against you guys. And now we want our money's worth. That's it.
Thank you very much, Ish Prahlad. And you know, Tumelo, we don't even have to look far. I'm standing in front of the Umgeni River, and you'll see that there's a lot of debris and litter. This is as a result of the floods. So while we're talking about residents that also receive water from the usual sources and piped water, that is, there's also the other concern about the contamination of other water bodies which are used by communities that live nearby. Just where I am now, there's an informal settlement on my left, and those communities rely on this water, which now in many spaces has been compromised as a result of the dirt flowing there. So certainly concerns all round. You would have heard there that the ratepayers in Durban are also intending to take this fight back to the municipality to ensure that they do receive the services that they pay for.
Yeah, and you can see that's the concern coming from the ratepayers, that it seems the amount being paid to the municipality doesn't match the value that they expect to receive in as far as water is concerned.